Today we're going to be taking a look at the Bosch Serie 6 Heat Pump Tumble Dryer. I was sent this dryer by AO.com to review, and I have to say delivery was nice and smooth. I got an email from AO.com the night before delivery. The next day I could track my delivery and was given a 2-hour time slot to see when my delivery would come. The guys dropped it off. They were friendly. They were quick. I've been working with this tumble dryer for the past week. Been doing lots of loads of laundry with it. And I'll just go ahead and tell you what I found out about it. To start out with, it is A++ energy rated, which means not only is it good for the environment, but it is also not expensive at all to run. It's less than £3 a month on average. It was really easy to install. As you can see here, I just had to find myself a plug-in. That was really all there was to it. I also had to make sure that I kept the air inlet clear, and that's back here, but I mean, I can't really imagine putting anything in front of that anyway. There's no ventilation and no drainage pipes, and that is because everything goes right in here to this lovely little condensation drain. And all this is just sort of like a big container that collects the water, and it gives you a little beep when it's full. You pull it out, you dump it out, and you press it back in. Simple, really easy to do, and I'm glad it was just so easy to set up. If you don't want to do that, the dryer does come with this nice little drain set that you can hook up to the back, but it looks simple enough to do. It's all laid out right here in your tumble dryer manual rather. So if it is something you want to do, it looks like it should be fairly simple to set up. All right, let's take a look now at the program button. As you can see, you've got a whole lot of options. Easy Care Cupboard Dry Plan, the Cotton Cupboard Dry Plus, Shirts, Iron Dry, Mix Load, Time Program. Basically, anything I could think of anyway, there's an option for on this machine. Okay, to get started, you need to select your program from the control panel. I'll go with Cupboard Dry because that's the one I normally use. You can see that it's telling you it will take 3 hours and 14 minutes. I can say that mine has never taken that long. As I've said, we had a 7-kilogram washing machine, so we tend to put a smaller load in the dryer. And actually, this dryer has technology that detects when the load is dry inside, so it stops the machine and it saves you time. And it saves your clothes from getting overheated, and of course it saves energy. Okay, if you're feeling like there's a lot of programs and buttons, I think you're right, but not to worry. In your owner's manual, it gives you a really clear description on what materials should be used and sort of what size of load is appropriate for each of the programs. Okay, now we'll take a look at our control panel because there's quite a few options there as well, really. All right, let's take a look at some of these buttons here. We'll see what our options are. You've got Fine Adjust so that you can adjust how dry you'd like your clothes. It does warn that if you adjust it for a longer time, obviously, if adjust it for rather a drier setting, your clothes are going to take longer to dry. You can add time on with your time dry. I don't really know why you'd need to do this, as you know, the technology senses when your clothes are dry, but there might be a reason that somebody needs that. Finished in, if you're leaving the house and you want to sort of set that it finishes an hour, 2 hours, actually up to 24 hours, you can set that one for. Crease guard, now this is clever. The crease guard means that it will just sort of fluff the clothes, turn them for you every half an hour to make sure that it doesn't get creased if you can't take them out right away. Low heat, you might want to use that for delicate fabrics. Signal, you can actually adjust how high and how low the sound goes to let you know when your dryer is finished. And then, of course, something that we will use is the child-proof lock, and I'll show you how that works in just a second. But then we have just the start and the pause key here. All right, if you have children, you'll definitely want to know how this child-proof lock works, and it's easy peasy. You just put your finger on these two buttons for 3 seconds. You wait until you hear a beep. If you want to turn it off, you do the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3 seconds. But I will say, if you've got kids like mine, don't let them see you do that, because I think they'd figure it out in a flash. Okay, well, let's have a look at actually how we can use this machine. All right, so let's have a look at this dryer in use. So let's open the door. Just give it a pull. You can see the door will swing all the way open for you if you need that. Inside, nice big drum, 8-kilogram capacity. And here is the fluff filter. I think that's quite a cute name. We'll see if I can open this one-handed. Okay, so you might generally need 2 hands for this, but just so this, as you can see, I've really used this. We've got the fluff here. You can give it a wash down if you want, but I think you can usually just get away with taking the fluff right out. Once that's done, you want to chuck the fluff away, obviously. Click it back together, and you just click it right back in. It's pretty easy. It does need to be done every time. And, you know, I'll get it started for you so you can see what it sounds like. All right, let's see this in action, shall we? I have a fresh load of laundry. Got the door open. We'll pop the laundry right in, as you do. I've already cleaned the filter out just a minute ago, so we will shut the door. We will turn our dryer on to cupboard dry for the cottons, because that's what's mostly there. We're not going to change any of the signals. We'll simply tell it to get started. You can see that a light comes on for you, which I think is a nice little feature. And there we go. I don't think this is loud for a dryer. Certainly I don't notice it when I'm around the house. And I'm just really thrilled to have it, really. It's energy efficient, it was easy to install, it's nice and big, it looks nice. I can't think what else I could want in a dryer.